The Dodson Thomas research team are out on the streets again, talking to baby boomers aged 58 to 75 in Bristol, Liverpool and London.
I'm self-manage everything. I do use Fidelity as a platform for some of it. Other is international equities. I've also got a cash element. I find that monitoring that on a daily basis is quite useful. It's also a hobby. I use TrustNet. I really quite like that facility of loading up my portfolio and watching that. It gives me a good comparison of how my portfolio is doing versus different risk profiles. And it's a good way to manage or self-manage my investments.
About once a year I get notification from Knowsley Council, their pension funds, telling me how much my monthly rate will be and any increases. Got one fairly recently. I think the increase is about 3.1% or something. Not quite sure on that, forgotten already. The other two smaller pensions I get from Metal, they're via the Prudential, and I get a yearly statement from them, showing me how much I've received, etc. Apart from that, I have no real other correspondence, emails, nothing like that, just yearly statements.
My level of knowledge of technology is pretty slight. However, I like everything to be online, because then when I'm in Hong Kong, I can see bank statements and all my statements from Prudential, Aviva are online, and I like it that way. So I'm very much pro being online for that, but I don't do anything else online except emails.
There's an app I have on my phone, which going through password and your email, you can go straight on and look at your investments. The first figure you get is the complete figure of how much it is worth on the last time it was been up and down on the stock exchange, and then you can actually go further into each investment to see how it's performing and what it's actually worth. You can do that any time of the day or night you wish. And if I wanted to change anything, I would contact my financial advisor, who would then look after that for me.
With a private pension, I get twice yearly letters from the Halifax. I do get other information as well, mainly asking to vote for trustee or something like that. They give information of how much it's increased, how much it's increased by inflation, and how much the general increase. So you get that twice a year, and that's filed away for future reference.
Nucleus is that they basically host my funds. The advisor basically directs them in discussion with me as to what should be happening to my funds in the platform. But they are basically there, so they will transact. So if we say we want to change the mix of funding, they will do the transactions around that. Excuse me. Or if, as I said, this year I've actually topped up that pension, so they will actually deal with the admin around that. So I basically pay them the money, and they then sort out the tax relief and actually apportioning the money to the funds. They're pretty good. They're pretty low cost as well. And so far I've been pretty impressed. I've never had a problem accessing them. I've never found any problems with them not doing what I want them to do. They can't help that stock markets our markets have fallen, but I think they're pretty good. So all three of my pensions are now online, so I can go in every day at the moment and cry about how much value they've lost. Hopefully soon I'll be going in to go yippee. Actually, they are recovering slightly at the moment, but yes, so I can go in at any time of the day or the week and look at exactly what the value of the pension is, how it's performing, and which is great to actually then say to my advisor, well, actually, I'm not terrifically happy, or I'm very happy, let's do more of that. It's a great way of actually keeping tabs. Two of them are not actively managed. The ones that I said weren't consolidated. So that's more just going in just to keep an eye on, are they actually performing well? In any case, the advisor will also, they are keeping tabs as well. You've got to look at it over the cycle, and it's going to go up and it's going to go down. So you've got to just be a little bit careful. If it's gone down massively or it's gone up massively, that's not necessarily the trend. And don't get too scared.
I get annual statements, paper statements, but also I have online access should I wish to keep abreast of what they're actually, how they're achieving. But as I say, given the market turbulence caused by both COVID and with Ukraine as well and what's going on in the world, I've just left them where they are for the moment. But they're there for me to draw down, and I can access them online should I wish to.
I have stocks and shares, I have premium bonds, national savings certificates, that sort of thing. I mean, essentially, pretty much everything is online. I think there's still one or two where the old annual statement comes in or whatever. But I think I'm sort of fairly savvy. I know roughly what I've got, where it is, and how much it is, and what interest it's earning, that type of thing. So I'm pretty much on top of that.
I will have a state pension, which I am planning to defer for 5 years, because what I've read is that you get nearly 10% increase for each year you defer it, and you can defer it for up to 5 years. And if I defer it for 5 years, and so long as I live to 80, I will then get all the money back that I had deferred. And as my mother lived until she was 86, and my father is still alive at the age of 92, there's a reasonable chance that I will still be able to draw extra pension from it. And it's perfectly legal. It's what's set up by the government.
For those baby boomers that reach out for financial help, there is a great deal that our industry has to offer to enable them to navigate these remaining lifetime challenges in an efficient and rewarding manner, but we will have to entice them to reach out to us for that help and assistance.